in ethics in University of Lagos.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Okay, I think everyone can hear me. All right, all right, all right. So welcome back to the class today. So my name is David Omishaki, and then I'm going to be taking today's class, which is understanding the web and its components. So we are going to be talking about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So before we start, I want to take us back to what we learned yesterday. We had a basic understanding of how the web works. That's what we did yesterday. That's introduction to web development. So I want to ask a question. So you'll be replying in the comment section. Don't worry, I can actually see your comments. Okay, can everyone hear me now? Very well. No, I can see your comments. Just tell me in the comment section if you can hear me very well. I mean loud and clear. Okay, I guess someone is saying they can't hear me well. And some people are saying they can hear me. So I don't know. Yes, I can hear. Okay, all right. So I'm going to be asking a question before we start. So the first question I want to ask is based on what we did yesterday, because I believe everyone we've gone home to go and do our own research about web development. So my first question is how does the web work? Or let me first ask, can anyone tell me about client side and server side? I'm going to be seeing it in the comment section. Client side and server side. I want to know. Yes, good evening. I just asked a question. Client side and server side. I want to know what it means. Okay, so I'm waiting. Okay, so the client side is the front end. Wow, that's very fine. The client side is the laptop or tablet you use. Wow, that's very good. Yeah, that's good. Client side is the user side. Yes, don't get. You are right. Don't get. Client side is actually the user side. Yes, you are right. You are right. Okay, so I want more coming in. I want more coming in. So I will have. I believe everyone has. Okay, client side. Uh, okay. You said client side is the laptop. Well, client side is actually what you see as a user. Okay, client side is the front end. Wow. Okay, yeah, exactly. Server side is the back end, exactly. The client side is wow, 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 wow. I'm very sure everyone we did our homework, we did our assignment very well. Everyone, we all have a good understanding. Yes, client side is the front end, and then exactly what the users. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, client side is the side of the website that you can see and interact with as a user. Exactly, exactly, exactly. Yes, 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 yes. Client side are the technologies that are executed on the web browser. Wow, that's true. That's true. That's true. Client side is what the user sees and interacts with. Wow, that's very correct. That's very correct. Okay, I want more coming in. Client side is okay, trying to access the web about using a device. Yes, device. Yes, it can be laptop. It can be okay. This is web development class for those asking. Okay. Okay, client side has to do with the laptop I'm using a server. Okay, okay. Everyone has a good understanding of the client side and then the server side. So the next question I want to ask, I just want to use the first 10 minutes to ask questions so we know we are all prepared for this class. So the next question I want to ask, what's the relationship between client side and server side? the relationship between client side and server side. How do they work together? So I want to see that in the comment section. The relationship between client side and server side. Client side and server side. Server side is the backend. You correct, 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 correct. Has to do with the functionality. Wow, 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 wow. That's correct. Yeah. I want more. Relationship between client side and server side. Oh, someone mentioned API. They use the web server that hosts. Okay, server is the project location. Okay, okay, okay. I want more to come in. I want more to come in. Server side is the project. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Relationship between the client side and then the server side. All right. The server side controls what is visible. Wow. Yeah, 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 yeah. Client side, the server side vets the client side without the server. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so this is actually a proof that everyone understands how the web works, how it operates. I'm very sure we did a good justice to that yesterday. Wow, that API connects client and server. Exactly. Okay. So someone asks, can we create apps with this? You know, we are just getting started. So you should be able to at the end of the class, at the end of the bootcamp. Okay, server side, okay, cool, 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 cool. Okay, okay, the server side provides information requested by the client and all right, all right. So I can see everyone has a good understanding of how the client side work and how the server side work. And also, the very important thing is their relationship, how they come about together. Server side is a part of the website that user. Wow, that's very true. That's very true. That's very true. Can we make an app with ready? You can make a web application. You can make a web application. Client side and server side are one, we can't have the other. Exactly. They're actually together. They are together. That's very true. That's very true. That's very true. That's very true. Okay, okay. So now I'm very sure everybody will have a good understanding of the client side and also the server side. So I'm going to be sharing my screen now. So we can move on. Okay. So I will be sharing my screen. All right. I believe everyone can see my screen. Communication is a relationship between them. Exactly. Okay, so I believe everyone can see my screen now. The API connects the server side, client side with you. Okay, I hope everyone can see. Okay, someone say they can't. Not yet. Please, can you see my screen? Okay, some people say they can see my screen. Why some are saying they can't see my screen? Uh, ah, screen. Okay, yeah, of course, I'm going to zoom. Don't worry. Of course, I'm going to do that. Of course, I'm going to do that. Yeah, sure, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Okay, so is it better? Is it better now? Okay, is it better now? Please, yeah. Don't worry. You are going to receive it later. You are going to receive the course material later. You are going to receive it later. You will get it across to you. Some are saying it is small. Sorry, is it better now? Okay, okay. I guess some people say it is better now. Okay, good, 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 good. So yeah, we can move on now. Okay, so we can move on. Yeah, it is better. All right, cool, cool. For those saying it is glory, increase. Okay. I guess someone is saying something in the comment section to help those that are saying it is glory. Someone is saying something in the comment section. So you can actually look at that and then use it as a guide. Okay, so yes, so what we are doing today is understanding the web and its components, which is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, so I want to say, okay, okay, it is much better. Okay, good. So we can move on. All right. So what we are looking at today is understanding the web and its components. Understanding the web and its components. You know, yesterday we discussed about introduction to web development, where we mentioned the client side. We also mentioned the server side as well, and we did a good justice to the relationship between the client side and the server side. So in today's class, we are going to be looking at. I hope everyone can still see my screen. I hope everyone can see my screen. Okay, somebody saying yes, sir. Okay, all right, good, good, good. So understanding the web and its components, we are dealing with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So the first one we have here is HTML. The first one we have here, okay, everyone, okay, good. The first one we have here is HTML. And what does HTML stand for? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext markup language that we have it here. That's what HTML, that's what it stands for. So if HTML is just an abbreviation, the main word there is hypertext markup language. Okay, I want to see if please, when are we practicalizing all we are learning? Yes, you are going to be practicalizing everything you are learning, but we just want to start with familiarizing you with your concepts and all. That's actually okay. Someone said it's glory. Please, somebody address that. I can't quite hear you, please. Increase your voice. Please, can you all hear me well? Please let me know in the comment section if you can hear me very well. I mean, loud and clear. If you can hear me well, let me know in the comment section. Okay, some are saying they can hear me while some I don't know. They said they can hear me. All right, so I believe everyone can see my screen so as well. Okay, 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 good, 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 good. So okay, good. So we're saying hypertext. We can hear you clearly. All right, good. Thank you very much for that. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. All right, thank you very much for that. 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 Thank you. Yes, okay, good, good. So, what did I say? Okay. Yes, yes, it's actually live on YouTube. So, it's live on YouTube. It's live on YouTube. It's live on YouTube. Okay, good. All right, so let's move on now. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So when we are talking about HTML like this now, obviously you already know that oh, this is actually a markup language, not a programming language in code. You know, we have programming language and then we have this as a markup language. So HTML is the standard markup language used to create the structure of web pages. It divides the content of a web. It divides the sorry. It's fine. I can hear you and see you clearly. Yes, I can. Okay, good, 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 good. All right. So we said HTML now. We said is the standard markup language used to create the structure of web pages. It defines the content of a web page, such as headings, paragraphs, images, links, form, etc. So what do we mean by HTML? That is showing that HTML is actually the content of a web page. It is blue. Sorry. Please, someone said they can't hear me. Please, can you hear me? Some people say they can hear me. Someone said it's blue. Please let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, so someone have confirmed it. Said yes. We can. Okay, good, good, good. So, okay, good, good. So now we said the HTML content of a website, like anything you see online. I mean, from Google, all the text you are seeing there, all of them, they are all HTML. That is, we use HTML to provide content to the web browser. So I'm going to be put up. I'll put another. I'm going to put something up here. So all right. Okay. So if you look at all these things here, I'm very sure everyone can see my screen, right? Okay, so if you can see my screen now, everything you are seeing on this Google, on this particular page, everything is actually HTML. That is the content of a web page. That's what we use HTML for. So HTML provides content to the web page. HTML is used for content to the web page. I believe everyone got that. So if I should ask you now, what's the function of HTML? Can anyone tell me now? What's the function of HTML? Yes, I know you can hear me. What's the function of HTML? The function of HTML. Exactly, the skeleton of a web page is the content exactly. So all the content you see on a web page, they are all HTML. No matter how big the web page is, they are all web page, like they are all HTML. Everything there, they are all defined exactly, exactly. Good, good, good. Okay, so we can now move on to how it works now. So now we said HTML is a markup language. Obviously, it's not like our normal regular text. So definitely it has a rule that bound it together. That is, oh, this is actually how you are meant to write it. Because it's actually a language. And anything that has a language, they have rules and regulations. And you should know how to write them. Just like when you have different languages, we have English, we have Yoruba, we have different languages. So different languages have their own ways, they have their own method, and they have their own symbols too as well. So as its own. So you can't just write any text and expect it to display on your browser anyhow the way you want. No, you can't do that. So you have to follow HTML rules. Okay, it provides exactly, exactly. All right. So how it works now? HTML, it uses tags. I said earlier, I said each language has their own ways of operating. So now HTML, now for you to write HTML, you use tags. And example of tags I'm talking about H1, P tag, and I'm talking about anchor tags. We have a lot of tags too. Though we are going to be discussing it when we move to the practical aspects of the class. But I just want to explain how right is what we are saying. So when we get to the class proper, nobody won't be dragging ourselves back, back and forth and the like. So to organize content into a hierarchy structure, each tag has a specific purpose, defining how content should be structured and displayed. Let me see if all of everybody. Exactly, exactly. All right. So we said HTML is actually HTML is just exactly yes, 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 yes. So we said HTML has tags. Tags are the rules and regulation of HTML. So when you are working, you put all your text, you put them inside a particular tag. I said example of tags. We have H1, we have P tag, we have link, we have a lot of tags, and we are going to be using them. Like I said, we're going to be using them later. Can you please scroll up a bit? Okay, so all right. Okay. I hope you can see that now. All right. So role of HTML. When you are thinking of HTML as the skeleton of a web page, like someone said, okay, okay, good, good, good. It gives the web page its basic shape and structure, but doesn't handle the look or behavior. All right. So what we mean by look or behavior, that is how it looks, how it is stationed. When you are writing your HTML, it's just like what you are writing is what you see. Exactly. What you are writing is what you see. So it's like, okay, if I write my name is David, if I write it inside an HTML tag, when I go to my browser, what I will see in my browser is my name is David. That's what I'll be seeing on the browser. And then the way I will see it, it won't really look nice, because I'm very sure everyone, like our website now, the Incubator Hub website now, if you look at it very well, it is well structured and organized. That is, HTML is actually the content that is the main content that is used. Yes, we are going to send it to you later. Yes, we can send it to you. We are going to send it to you later. Don't worry. You'll get the PDF later. So we said HTML is actually the content of that particular website. So all the images there, and then the way the contents are actually organized, the way they are structured, that's actually how when CSS comes in. But our normal HTML is just like a skeleton aspect of a web browser. So I'm very sure the relation between them is that, like, okay, yeah, we have passed this aspect. All right, so I'm very sure we now know the roles of HTML. Please, okay, HTML can be used to add images, videos, exactly. Just to add a skeleton, just to add the content to the browser, but doesn't do with the look. Okay, I hope everyone get that. Please, if you can get that, please type it in it. Okay, so yes, JavaScript works with HTML. Don't worry, we are still going to be quiet. Please, can you increase your voice? It is quite low. Please, can everyone hear me loud and clear? Some are saying they can hear me, some are saying they can't. Don't worry, don't ask for attendance now. Attendance is going to be provided later. Please. Some are saying loud and clear. I don't know why. I can hear you, sir. Okay, so now I believe everyone understands what HTML means now. So I'm going to be scrolling down to the second one, which is CSS, cascading style sheet. That's what CSS means. Cascading, yes. Cascading style sheet. So what is CSS? CSS is a style sheet language used to control the appearance of HTML elements. It defines how elements should be displayed, such as their color, their size, and font, layout, and spacing. Please, somebody saying my voice. Please, some people are saying they can hear me, while some are saying they can't hear me. Please confirm. Please, can you hear me? Loud and clear. I don't know. Please, if you are using headphones, please don't ask for attendance now. It will be communicated to you later. Before you guys should stop distracting me. You can exactly. So you can hear me, please. So we have CSS. So CSS is a cascading style sheet language used to control the appearance of HTML elements. It defines how elements should be displayed, such as their color, their size, layout, and spacing. So we are saying HTML is actually the skeleton aspect of a web page. So now, what CSS is now doing, CSS now comes in to add life to it, to beautify it, to make it look very good, to make it look very nice. What you've written, all the images you've added to your web page as a content. How do you style them is what CSS is for. CSS is now used to styling those contents you've added to your web page. How it works is just like we have CSS works by applying styles to HTML using selectors. We use selectors to apply all these styles to our HTML. So we have one here, we have our P here, our P tag, and then the color. Don't worry, I'm going to be explaining this when we move to the practical aspect of the class. So you don't have to bother yourself much about this. So what this actually does is that it changes the color of all paragraphs in that web page. That's what this does. Because what I'm specifying here is that I'm saying color. So that means all the text I put inside the web page, all the colors are going to be changed to blue. So you can see the CSS actually what it designs the HTML content that we have. All the images, all the text, and everything that you have in your web page. You use CSS to design them. So, like I said here, the CSS is like the skin and clothing of the web page. It makes the content look appealing and ensure it is well presented on different devices. Okay, yeah, good, good. Ah, okay. People can actually hear me. All right, so we have role. So I said the role. I said graphic and clothing of the web page. So you should understand now that CSS now is just like adding beauty to what is just there. You know, you have a raw material and then you want to beautify it. How do you beautify it? That's where CSS comes in. It beautifies your HTML. You build HTML to write to the browser. You wrote all the content and everything, but everything is not really making sense. But you know, this our flesh now is just like what we mean by CSS. You know, our bone is HTML, the content, because without any of our bone, we can't really function very well. But the skin now is just to beautify us. That's where CSS now comes in. So that's the role of CSS. So let me know in the comment section. What's the role of CSS? Let me know in the comment section. Please let me know in the comment section. What's the role of CSS? What's the role of CSS? Let me know. What's the role of CSS? I want to say it in the comment section. Like it gives appearance to it exactly, exactly. To enhance exactly. Good, good. CSS serves as the skin exactly. Yes. That CSS is the clothing. Okay. Beautifier of exactly. Beautify. Okay, good. CSS is used for exactly. It's used for beautifying. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. It's used to beautify. Yes. It makes the web it makes it look appealing. That's true. To beautify, yes. It serves as the skin, yes, exactly. Wow. I'm very happy you guys are getting the whole concept now. Make the content, he has exactly. Ah, wow. Someone said he has aesthetic view of the web page. Exactly. Okay. Is this style? Exactly. Exactly. It makes you okay, well decorated. Yes. All right. So now I believe you can actually move to the next which is JavaScript. Comment it makes exactly. Yes. So JavaScript now. So what we by JavaScript now? Before I even move forward, you know, we were saying we were talking about language the other time. We said HTML is a markup language. We said CSS is cascading style sheet. But now JavaScript is now a programming language. JavaScript is now a programming language. So what is JavaScript? JavaScript is a programming language that adds interactivity and dynamic behavior to web pages. It allows you to manipulate. Let me bring this down. I think I should be able to bring this down so everyone can see it together. Okay. So JavaScript is actually is a programming language that adds interactivity and dynamic behavior to web pages. It allows you to manipulate CSS and HTML in real time, respond to user actions and complex features like slider, forms, and animation. Okay, yeah, you guys are right. All right, so I'm just going to read this through and then start explaining them one after the other. So how it works: JavaScript can be embedded directly into HTML with the script tag. Now, you know, I've said JavaScript is a programming language that adds interactivity and dynamic behavior to web pages. So what do I mean by interactivity and dynamic behavior? You know, when you design something already and then you add a little bit of animation, you know, have you gone to some websites that you will see like the moment you are scrolling, you see the text start popping up. You know, it makes website that is it is actually living. You know, it makes it look good to user because you are adding some kind of aesthetic to it. You know, aside from the style you've written, Apart from the content, you use your CSS to style that your content, your HTML, you now add JavaScript to it to make everything look, to add interactivity. When user comes to your website, they notice, wow, this website is actually alive. They are feeling you. They are feeling you from the web page itself, because when you move, you are seeing everything is moving slowly, animation are coming. When you click on something, you see a pop-up, you see a lot of things there. That's actually where JavaScript comes in. So you are not using JavaScript to write content. You are not using JavaScript to style. You are using JavaScript to what? To add interactivity, to add behavior to your HTML, to your web page. That's basic thing you are using JavaScript for. So I hope you can all get what I'm saying now. So you can use JavaScript to add behavior, to add interactivity. An example is slider. We have forms, we have animation, we have a lot of them. We have a lot of things you can actually cool stuff that you can do with JavaScript. Cool stuff that we can do with JavaScript. Okay, I'm still getting so okay, yeah. Cool stuff that we can do with JavaScript. So how does it work now? So how it works is that it is actually embedded. I said you don't use JavaScript to write content. You use it to what? To add behavior, add activity to your HTML, and you are using your HTML to what? To write content. So now the JavaScript now you embed it inside your HTML file. That's where you put your JavaScript. So when you put it, it can either be neat or it can be external. Don't worry, we are going to be discussing that during the practical section of the class. I'm going to be discussing how you can actually do the embedded, how you can do the linked one as well. So don't really bother yourself. We just want you to understand the concept of what JavaScript means and what you can actually use it for, which is the representation of the HTML structure to dynamically change the content or style of elements. So what's the role of JavaScript? JavaScript is like the muzzle. Look at it. So it's like the muzzle and brain of the web page. I just have to put it this way so you guys can actually relate with it, and then put it just relate it with something you can just make it relatable. That's why I have to put it here. So just like the muzzle and brain of the web page, it makes the content come to life. I was saying about life the other time, allowing for interaction and responsiveness to user. So you can see JavaScript actually causes interactivity. It actually is the one behind the behavior of your web page. When you click on a particular thing, let's say you click on a particular button and then you see a pop-up, that's where JavaScript actually comes in, because it shows you that this web page is actually alive. It shows some kind of aesthetics that, wow, this web page, I'm actually interacting with this web page. But if you use normal HTML and CSS alone on your web page, we know that as what? As a static page. When I say something is static, nothing is moving, nothing is interacting with it. So it's just there. Nothing is happening, everything is just dry there. So, and I'm very sure you don't want your website to be like that, or your web page to be like that. You want to add some activities to it, you want to add some interactivity to it. So that's where JavaScript comes in. So I'm going to ask let me know in the comment section now. What's the role of JavaScript? Let me know in the comment section. What's the role of JavaScript? The role of JavaScript. What's the role of JavaScript? JavaScript adds functionality. Exactly. Yes. Add interactivity. Exactly. Yes. JavaScript is the brain of the website. It makes exactly. Yes. Let me see it coming in. Yes. JavaScript is used for interactivity. Exactly. Yeah. Yes. 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 Yes, it's the brain. Oh, yeah, very true. Yes, it has interactivity and functionality too. Yes. Oh, I'm very happy everybody's getting the whole thing. We are getting the whole concept now. So we've discussed HTML, we've discussed CSS, and then we are just discussing JavaScript now. Very good. JavaScript is used. Okay, good. All right, so now that we've discussed these three, we've discussed HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Now, we need to look for a way to actually merge the three together. That's where, yes, it allow interactivity. Exactly, exactly, exactly. Okay, so moving on to how they work together. So HTML provides the structure and content, like we said earlier, and CSS styles the content to make it visually appealing. So JavaScript makes the page interactive and dynamic. That is, it brings the web page to life. That's what JavaScript is for. So, for example, on a web page with a login form, I just like a typical scenario of what we can actually relate with. HTML is actually the one that defines the form fields. Where you input your username. When you want to sign up to Facebook, you have to sign in with your username and probably your password. So, all those contents you are seeing there, that's where HTML is actually coming in. So now, on Facebook, we have a border that's actually guiding it. We have Facebook logo, we have them like it is well styled. That is the work of CSS. Now, if you now look at this now, when you click on when you click on submit, there are some if you put a wrong password, you see it will tell you, oh, you entered the wrong password. You can see that actually you are interacting with that web page because you are putting in the data and you are expecting a response. You are putting in data, you are expecting response. That's interaction. That's where JavaScript comes in. So when you type a wrong username, you say please input the right username. That's where JavaScript, that's where it comes in. That's where it comes in. All right, so I'm still getting to this thing. So understanding these three concepts and how they interact is essential for creating functional, attractive, and responsive websites. So I want to ask now, please can someone okay, please I want to know what's the how can you use the three of them together? I mean the three together. Not only JavaScript, I mean HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I want to know how can you use the three together? How can you use the three together? Okay, yes. JavaScript is for interactivity on the web page, yes. Okay. So practically three must go together. It enhances the behavior, yes, 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 yes. Okay, enhance the behavior by linking them up. Yes, I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. I mean, how can you use the three together? Like JavaScript gives room for interaction, exactly. So HTML is the content case, makes the web page come to life through functionality. Yes. Wow, exactly. This actually with HTML for content, CSS for beauty, and JavaScript for dynamics to bring it back to life. Yes. It's okay. 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 Someone said JavaScript is for backend and said no, no, no. We've not I've not really talked anything about backend for now. What we are doing, we are still working on the client side. So for you to know, you can use JavaScript in the client side. So please note that you can use JavaScript in the client side as well. Okay, so HTML shows username, password, with login. Exactly. CSS gives color and appearance while JavaScript helps with the interaction, showing errors and exactly, 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 exactly. Okay, 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 okay. Exactly. Oh, exactly, exactly, exactly. Okay, 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 okay. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, we've all spoken well. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay. So now I believe everybody now understands um how they all work together. So that's actually the one of the key things you should understand. That three component is very important for front end. I mean, for the client side. When I say front end now, I mean the client side. Those three things are very important because that is actually what you'll be using. You have your HTML, You have your HTML for content, you have your CSS for styling, then you have your JavaScript for functionality, for dynamic, for interactivity, for behavioral, for bringing life, for bringing life, just to make it look very good. Exactly, 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 exactly. Okay, okay. So without further ado, okay, so without further ado, let me take this out. I think we are going to be moving to HTML proper, proper. Yes, 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 yes. So now for us to move to HTML proper, we actually have we said okay, let me come down to this place. We've described HTML as a markup language, right? So we said HTML file is a text file containing small markup tags. I said HTML has its own rules and regulations. That's its own rules and regulations. HTML file is a text file containing small markup tags. These markup tags are used to describe the structure of the web page. The markup tags tell the browser how to display the page. HTML file can be created using a simple text editor such as Notepad or WSI, WYSI, That's what you see is what you get. That's actually what editors like Dreamweaver. So during the course of this training, we are going to be using. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Someone said it's blurry. HTML writes the content. Exactly. So we said we have editors. We can use Notepad. We can use any editor that you want to use. But during the course of this training, we are going to be using VS Code during the course of the training. Code. VS Code. That's what we are going to be using in the course of this training. You can use your Notepad plus plus. You can use your Sublime text, and we are going to be using. Let me just write it here. VS Code is also known as Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code. Okay, so somebody is saying I don't have a computer. Okay, so God is going to provide computer in Jesus' name. Amen. God is going to before the training ends. Don't worry, God is going to surprise you with a computer. Okay, so all right, so please, I hope you all got the editor we said we are going to be using. We are going to be using VS Code. VS Code. That's the editor we are going to be using during the course of this training. During the course of this training, please put your phone on that space. If the text are blurry, it can always be network fail. Yeah, exactly, exactly, exactly. So someone said I should zoom again. So someone, a lot of people are typing amen. God is going to do computer. Okay. So exactly, Visual Studio Code. Visual. What about using Trebit? Okay, for those using phone, you can actually go with Trebit too as well. For those of you using mobile phone, but God is going to provide computer. You can use Trebit, you can use A code or so. But for easy access and then to make everything more easier for you, you should actually get a laptop for you. VS Code, exactly. Can't we make use of our phone? Okay, making use of phone is not typically visible. Just go to laptop. The person asking for zooming needs, please, we are in a class. Okay, so we said we are going to be using Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code. So to download Visual Studio Code, so all you just need to do is to come to your browser and then search for Visual Studio Code. I hope you can all see what I'm searching for on my browser. Okay, no, 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 you can't use W3 Schools for W3 Schools is not an editor. Probably, please, can we all see what I have here? I have Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code. I'm showing you if you want to download it. For those that doesn't have it before, if you want to download Visual Studio Code, so the next thing you need to do, yes, I'm showing you now. Go to your browser, search for Visual Studio Code. The way I have it on my browser, Visual Studio Code. Please. Yes, you're going to have the handouts later. You're going to have the handouts later. You're going to have it. Okay, sir, I downloaded it, but I don't understand the icon when I open it. Don't worry. We are going to be, don't worry. We are going to teach how you are going to use it. Okay, so Trebit, though it is not as exactly for those using mobile phone, it's not Visual Studio Code. You can go to your browser, search for Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code. So the next thing you want to do is to click on Visual Studio Code. So you are going to click on the first link here. That's their website. So this is their website now. Please, I hope you can all see their website. Oh. I hope you can all see their website. I hope you can all see their website. Let me know in the comment section if you can see their website. Let me know in the comment section. Okay, good. So now I'm just guiding you if you want to download it. So for those of you using Windows, the next thing you want to do is to click on Windows. That's if you are using Windows. If you are using Ubuntu, I mean Windows, everybody knows Windows. If you are using Windows OS, you click on on this first one. If you are using Ubuntu, you click on this one. If you are using some other type of laptop, you click on this. And if you are using MacBook, please click on this. Make sure you download the one applicable to your computer. Please make sure. Yes, God will provide laptop. God will provide laptop. Okay, so please make sure you download the one applicable to your computer. I mean, to the current computer you are using. If you are using Windows, click on this. If you are using Ubuntu or the like, you click on this. And if you are using Mac, you click on this. So it's going to be downloaded as a file. Then you install it. How can the VS Code app? I using it right away. There's no light to power my laptop now. Okay, so don't worry. Can we? You know, you can't download VS Code on your phone. You can't download VS Code on your phone. You have other editors that you can download on your phone. Okay. So someone said they just downloaded it. So the next thing you want to do is to install it. Just you don't have a laptop. Go provide laptop. Don't worry. So just install the way you install normal, like the way you install your normal WhatsApp, the way you install normal software on your laptop. That's the way it works actually. I'm using Chrome OS. So I believe you are using Windows. So download for Windows. You download for Windows. You download for Windows. After downloading this evening, it is asking if workload should be added. What does it mean? Sorry, I don't quite get your question. I don't quite get your question. He said after downloading this evening, it's asking. You know the normal way you installed WhatsApp. I'm using Lenovo. Which should I? Okay, if you are using Lenovo, you are using Windows automatically. So click on Windows. If you are using Lenovo, you are using Windows. If you are using Lenovo, if your laptop is always showing this window, this 1, 2, 3, 4, this logo. I mean this logo. If your laptop is showing 1, 2, 3, 4, if your laptop is this logo and your OS is of this logo, download this one. If your OS is Apple, please download Mac because I know some people are actually using Mac here. Yeah, I can see their website. Okay, other websites you can use on your mobile phone. Someone mentioned Trebit. You can use no, you can't download and copy to your system. You can't download yet because I'm using Asus. Okay, so if you are using ASUS, you are using Windows too as well. Don't you are, it's going to be passed across to you. It's going to be passed across to you. Okay, so once you download it, please install it. If you are using HP, you are using Windows too as well. God will provide a laptop. Yes, someone mentioned some on the comment section. Please check the comment section. If you are using phone, check some on the comment section. But if you are using Windows, don't worry about the color. Just select any color. Just select any color. Don't worry about the color. Just select any color, please. So we can actually move on very fast, please. Because almost 1 hour is gone to understand. I mean, if anything, please, and also, if you know, for those that have downloaded it already, please, if you see any question in the comment section, please, you can also help. You can help each other. Do you get? You can help each other. You can ask. You can ask okay. I think some people are actually answering questions now. All right, so that's very good. That's very good. Yes, you can use iPad, but if you are using iPad, just know that if you are using iPad, you might need a keyboard. If you are using iPad, you might need a keyboard. If you are using iPad, you might need a keyboard. If you are using iPad, you might need a keyboard. Okay, thank you very much. Please let's answer ourselves in the comment section too as well, so we can move very fast too as well. So it will be easier for us. Okay, so moving on, we've talked about editors. So now the next thing we want to talk about is anatomy of an HTML tag. You know, we said HTML has its own rule that are guiding it. So obviously, we need to work with tags too as well. So understanding the tags too. Okay, thank you very much. Let's answer ourselves in the comments. I love that, please. Okay, so anatomy of an HTML tag. So each tag has an opening tag and a closing tag. You know, when we're talking about HTML, we said we are going to be using tags. We are working with the rules and regulations of HTML. So we have opening tag and then we have closing tag. So some content and some content in between and optional attributes, tags. Tags act like a container. I'm going to be explaining that. So if you look at what I have here very well, I hope everyone can see my screen very well. I hope everyone can see my screen very well. So you know, we mentioned tag names. Like we said, we are going to be using tags for HTML. So now, if you look at what I have here, an example I have here, this is an example of HTML tag. So if you look at what I have here first, we said each of them starts with a opening tag and a closing tag. So I'm going to be explaining what a opening tag and a closing tag means now. So I'm going to be typing it out here. So I'll be typing it out here. So now when I say opening tag is just like adding your less than and your greater than. This opening tag, adding your less than and your greater than. This opening tag, this is an example of opening tag. That is your less than and your greater than, the same all together. While your closing tag, we have your less than, then a backslash, then your greater than. So this one here is opening, while this one here is closing tag. I hope that is very. Please, I hope you can get what I'm saying. This one is actually our opening tag, while this here is our closing tag. Please, I hope you can understand what I'm saying. Please, if you can get what I'm saying, please drop in the comment section. Okay, I should repeat. So I said this year, let me write it again. When you have the combination of your less than sign and your greater than sign is opening tag. Combination of your your lower less than sign and then the greater than sign is opening tag. While your closing tag is just like adding your less than a backslash and then your greater than sign. Please, is that clear now? Okay, very good. So now you understand that this one is opening while this one is what? Closing. So now we said we have opening tag and then we have closing. So definitely we when we say opening tag, definitely this tag should have a name. It should have a name. So now the tag name here, the tag name will be in between this place. That's your this opening of that tag. Then this here is now the what? Closing of that tag. So you can see we have the opening here and then we have the closing here. I hope you can all get what I'm saying. Okay, good. So we have the opening here and then we have the closing tag here as well. Opening exactly. Yes, exactly. Now moving on. Now moving little by little. All right. So now I believe everyone now understand the tag name, the closing tag, and then the opening tag. Now everyone understand that now. Exactly. Someone just put it in the comment section now. Someone just put it in the comment section. So please check the comment section as well. Okay. Now we have the normal tag names here. We have the tag name. So now aside from having the tag name now, we now have something called attributes. We have something called attributes. So now anything you see in between your opening tag, anything you see in between your opening tag is what we mean by attributes. Anything you see in between is what we mean by attributes. So let me just say what attributes means. Attributes provide additional information about the content of an element. They appear on the opening tag of the element and are made up of two parts. They are made up of two parts. We have the name and also a value. So it's just like you have name and then you have value. You have name and you have value. Okay, what's the function of that opening tag and that closing tag? Okay, so now I was saying something. I said in HTML we have rules and regulations. Now for us to work with our normal tags, because we use tags to work with HTML. And now for us to use that, those tags now, for us to write it, we have rules and regulations, we have syntax for it. So now for you to write those tags now, you have to put them inside a opening tag and a closing tag. That's why I have to like explain what that opening tag is and then your closing tag as well. So you should understand that if I'm mentioning any tag, you should understand that it must have opening and it must have closing. It must have opening and it must have closing. Don't worry, we are going to be looking at different tags later on. Then you now bring your knowledge of opening and closing tag. You bring it in then you will be able to see what we are saying. You'll be able to see what we are saying. Okay, so now let's move on. So I said attributes now. Attributes is just like adding additional content, adding additional information to a particular tag. Attribute is just like, it speaks more about that tag. That's what attribute is. They will say, what are the attributes of Jesus? Like this now. When they ask what are the attributes of Jesus, you start typing a lot of things. You say, okay, Jesus is this, Jesus is clean, Jesus is, all those things now. Those attributes are actually for Jesus. So that's what we are doing here too as well. So we are saying attributes of this particular tag. Don't mind me. I'm bringing that. It's just for you to like understand what I'm trying to do here. So we said our attributes is just going to we've been saying it over and over again. attribute is just like adding extension to our tag. I hope everyone got that. I said each tag must have opening and closing. Each tag must have opening and closing. Okay, so a lot of people are saying they can get me. All right. So now, if you look at what I have here, I have one image here. This is actually an image. So if you look at this image very well, I have P here. I have P here. So now I'll come down to this place. I'll come down here and then say, I'll just take this out now. So now, if I want to, we have a tag called paragraph tag, which is a P tag. It is paragraph, but we use P in a short form. We use P. So now, if I want to write a P tag, remember what I said? I said any tag you want to write, it must have opening and it must have closing. It must have opening and it must have closing. That's what we said. It must have opening and it must also have closing. So now for me to have a P tag here, the next thing I will do, I will put my less than sign, my P tag, that's the tag name. Then I will close it here. The next thing I want to do, the first thing I did here is the opening tag. So the next thing I want to do is what? Add closing. So I've opened this tag and I've closed it now. So I can put content in between. You can see I put content in between. So this opening and this the what? Closing. So please, do you understand the tags now? Do you understand this concept? What I just did now? Do you understand what I just did now? Please let me know. Please let me know if you can. Sir, remove your face. Let me take it up. Can you see it now? Okay, okay, good, good. You can see it now. All right, good. Yes, P means sorry, sir. Your own video. Yes, I've adjusted that already. I've adjusted that already. Exactly, exactly. So, okay, so someone said I should go over again. So we have P. That P means paragraph. So now we said for every tag, we have opening and we have closing. So in between your opening and closing, that's where you put the content. Yes, sir. Though I did a wrong example, but then now, very good, very good, very good. You now understand it better. Okay, I said we have P tag. It has opening and then it has closing. I did opening tag the other time. Yeah, we said opening is the combination of less than and close. Okay, very good. Someone said they understand very well. So now, the reason why I put the content in the middle, content is just like normal content that we are talking about. You know, all the content you are seeing on the browser, they are actually embedded inside a tag. So that's actually what we are doing. No, no, no. When you content is not a tag, oh. Content is not a tag name. Content is not a tag name. Content is just like the content you are putting. Okay, let me add another content here. So let me say this is our bootcamp class. I hope yes, you must close all tags. 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 So I hope you got like the major exactly, exactly. So you can see the way I put it now. Exactly. Okay, okay, okay. So now everybody we now understand what yes, your example is very good. You said the incubator hub. You put it inside a P tag. Exactly. The incubator hub there is actually the what? Content is what you want to exactly what you want to appear. Exactly. 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 Yes, yes. Do you mean content is just a word? Yes, 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 yes. Content is just a word. Like the way I have, like the way I have, this is our, if it's blurry, please increase your video settings. So now, if you don't close the tag, that's actually a very good question. If you don't close the tag, we said everything has rules and regulations. If you don't close the tag, something else can happen. Don't worry, in the practical section, you're going to be seeing what will happen if you don't close the tag. You will see it in the hey, someone just wrote hello world. Yes. Someone just said, okay, someone just wrote hello world. That person must be a programmer. The person just wrote hello world. Yes, hello world is the content, while P is the what? Is the tag. No, P is not an attribute. P is not an attribute. P is the tag name. Yes, HTML is not case sensitive. I mean, the tag name, they are not case sensitive. Exactly, exactly, exactly. I said, someone said, exactly. Someone just wrote P and then put out CCG in the video. Exactly. Yes, yes, yes. Please, once you understand this, if you see any question in the comment section and you understand that question, please answer that person. So it will enhance our class and shows that we are actually getting this thing very well. Please, it will show we are getting this thing very well. It will show we are HTML is not case sensitive. What I'm saying is, if you have, when I mean case sensitive, you have capital P here, and then you also have P here. It is still the same thing. It is a markup language, so it is not case sensitive. It is not case sensitive. So now, when we now want to describe attributes now, I want to use more attributes here. So now, inside our P tag, I will add one attribute to our P tag now. we said we said P is not constant. We said P is must it be P. We have a lot of tagging. We have a lot of them. A lot of them. We have a lot. Don't worry, attendance sheet is going to be passed across. We have a lot of them. We have a lot of them. My name is Ayomide H2. Okay, so we're actually moving further already. Yeah, that's actually very good. Oyetola, you didn't close your tag. You didn't add the P at the closing. You didn't add the P at the closing. You didn't add the P. You didn't add the P in the closing. Okay. So now we discuss attributes. The attribute actually what adds more information about a particular element. He said it adds more information about a particular element. So now I want to add one attribute here. So if I should add lang equals to, then I have my code here. Let me use double quote. So I'll be explaining everything like when we go to the practical aspect. I'm just trying to use this one to explain everything to us very well. All right, so if I should have lang here and I put EN and I put US here, please can someone tell me now what does this mean? What I just did here, what does it mean? I added an attribute. I wrote lang equals to EN US. Please can someone tell me what I just did now? The attribute I just added now. I wrote lang equals to EN US. I said I added an attribute. This is an attribute. An attribute is always inside our opening tag. Opening tag. Anything after your tag name and it is inside your opening tag is known as attribute. So I just did one here. So what does it mean? Exactly. Someone just said it in the comment section now. That is the language I'm writing is what? English. That's what I just did here. Exactly. It means English. That is, this is an attribute. It is telling the browser that, hello, what you are writing here is what? English, and you are United States English. Exactly. Exactly. You guys should clap for yourself. You guys are doing well. You are doing well. Yeah, it shows that you actually understand what we are saying, what I've been saying in morning. Exactly, 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 exactly. Kudos to you guys. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so moving on, we already know what attribute is now. So you can see what we have here. You can see English. So now we now have a basic structure of HTML. We have a basic structure of HTML, a basic structure of HTML, basic structure of HTML. So now, we said all things like everything what to do, any language, they have their own instruction, they have their own syntax too as well. So now, basic structure of HTML, the first thing you're going to see is doc type. Please, in the comment section, I want someone to tell me what does doc type, what does it, if you are the first time I know. So what does it mean? When you see doc type, what does it mean? Someone wrote, don't worry, you can always watch it back. You can watch later. You can always watch it later. So can someone tell exactly? Very good. Exactly. So doc type means the type of document we are writing. That's what that's what we are actually doing there. Exactly. It says what type of document are you writing? So now we are now telling it that hello, we are writing HTML. That's what we just did here. We just told it that hello, we are writing HTML. That's what we just did. I hope we all got what we just did here. We told it we are writing HTML. Now, can someone tell me now, in this particular tag here, which one is the tag name? I highlighted something now. Which one is the tag name and which one is the attribute? Please type in the comment section. Which one is the tag name? Which one is the attribute? What I highlighted, the HTML, it means what I highlighted, please, which one is the tag name and which one is the attribute? Which one is the tag name? Which one is the attribute? Sorry. HTML is the tag name, while lang EN is the what? Exact. Wow, that's very good. That's very good. That's very good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. True. HTML is the tag name, while the lang is the what? Attribute. Okay, that's very good. Yes, we are moving forward. We are moving forward. So I've explained the type of document here. So now the first thing we now have on this line, we have HTML. HTML is the tag name. The reason why we have HTML first is because we already told the browser that the type of document we are writing is HTML. So the next thing that should follow is HTML tag. That's the next thing that should follow. And you can see in the attributes there, we have lang, that we are telling it that, oh, the language we are writing is English. That's the language we are writing, English language. So now, this is just a basic structure. I don't really need to cram the whole thing now because you'll be working with it over and over, over and over again. And then technology has made everything simple now that you don't really need to cram all these things. They are actually embedded in your VS Code. So we are going to be moving to our VS Code shortly to start our proper training. So I hope a number of you guys have been able to install VS Code on your laptop. Please let me know in the comment section if you installed it. Let me know. Let me know in the comment section if you have. Okay, good, 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 good. Yes, yes, you are using VS Code today. Okay, don't worry. Yes, I was able. Okay, very good. If you're able to, I'm having this. My system is having it now. Don't worry, don't worry. You can always watch it later on. You can always watch it later on, not yet. Like, okay. Okay, a lot of people are saying they have been able to install VS Code because you are going to be moving proper to the class now. Okay, 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 okay. All right, all right, all right. All right. So I'll be sharing my own VS code. I'll be sharing my own VS code now. I'll be sharing the screen now. I'll be presenting my VS code now. So we can all see the same. Okay. So I'll be presenting my screen. Uh, Sorry, I want to share my Visual Studio screen so you can see. Okay, I hope everyone can see my Visual Studio now. I hope you can all see my Visual Studio. No, somebody asked if the forward slash can either appear in the opening tag. You don't the difference between opening tag and closing tag is that backslash. So you should know that the opening tag you don't have backslash in opening tag, but your closing tag you definitely have backslash in your closing tag. I have it on my laptop, but I'm okay. So I think everyone can see my VS Code screen now. So I think we can all see my VS Code screen. Exactly. That's very good. Ariel, thank you very much for answering that. Thank you very much for answering that. All right. Good, good, good. All right. So let's move straight to the proper thing. All right. Now, so for those that are having difficulty or you are going to install your VS Code list, after installing it, it will look like this. It will look like this. Although you might not have this recent here, you might not have it. Yes, your own is not going to be like me. I've been working with mine for a long time. So that's actually, but you will definitely see start here. You will definitely see start here. It won't be showing the same thing exactly. Okay, yes, it won't be showing the same. It's because me, I've been working a lot. That's why you are seeing a lot of things here. So what you just be seeing, you'll be seeing the home page. So the next thing you want to do, yes. So the next thing you want to do is to click on new file. Is to click on new file. But I won't advise you to click on new file yet. Okay, so someone is saying you cannot interact. Click exactly. Just click on get started with VS Code. Click on it. Click on get started with and click on it. Click on it. Click on it. All right. So now the first thing you want to do, I want everyone to be more organized. That's what I want us to achieve here. So the first thing I would say you should do is create a folder on your laptop first. So I'm going to be creating a folder on my laptop now. I'll be creating a folder. Mhm. All right. So I just created a folder now. I just created a folder now from my own end. So please, I want you all to create a folder on your laptop. Please create a folder. Call it you can give it any name, but most likely you give it Incubator or Bootcamp. If you are using mobile phone now, don't worry. When we move to the practical aspect, you will see what we are talking about. You will see what we are talking about. So please, everybody, please create a folder. Create a folder. Call the folder. Just give the folder any name. Create a folder on your laptop, probably on your desktop or your document, anywhere you want to put it. Just make sure you remember where you put that folder. So after creating the folder, the next thing you want to do is that you want to open that folder in your VS Code. Like that, your own might not show the same thing with mine because mine has been working with it. So I have written what you will be seeing is just something like an onboarding screen. That's what you'll be seeing, an onboarding screen. That's what you'll be seeing. That's what you'll be seeing. Okay. So now the next thing you want to do after creating that folder, the next thing you want to do is you want to open that folder in your VS Code. So to open the folder in your VS Code, the next thing you need to do is what? Please note that before you say you want to go and open folder, please thank you very much for answering that. Organ. Okay. Yes, just normal folder. Okay, now I think everybody okay. So please create a folder on your laptop. Create a folder. Just you can give the folder incubator of training or web class or something. Just give it any name. A name you can remember and also note. Put it where you can see it, where you can have access to it. You can put it on your desktop, you can put it on download, you can put it on document, anywhere you want to put it. All right, so please I need Bob, if you created the folder, please let me know in the comment section so we can move on. Let me know. Okay, you said I should zoom in. Okay, folder created. Very good. Don't worry, I will zoom in when I start writing the this thing. Okay, very good. So now, okay, very good. So now that you've created the folder, the next thing you want to do is to click on open folder. That's the next thing you want to do. So from this screen here, I can't really okay, I've zoomed it now so you can see what I'm talking about. So you will see new file. You will see open file, you will see open folder, you will see clone a Git repository, you will see a lot of things here. So the next thing you want to do is click on open folder. So when you click on open folder, it's going to open your file manager. So wherever you store that your folder, that's where you are going. So as for me, I stored mine inside desktop. So you can see my folder here. My folder is incubator of class. So the next thing you want to do is click on it. Don't double click. Just click on it and then click on select folder. So you can see when I click on select folder now, it's going to take me to the folder. So now I have the folder here. So the next thing I want to do here, please let's pay close attention to this. So I'll click on yes, I trust the authors. Okay. So someone said creating folder. So to create folder is just like a normal folder that you create on your laptop. You just want to create. What you do is what you right click on your desktop screen on your desktop. You right click, then you click on new, then you click on folder. Then you give that folder a name. Oh, Someone is actually answering that on the comment section already. So for those that are having difficulties in creating folders, somebody is answering that on the comment section. Okay, good. So I hope everybody, I hope you are now on the same page. We've moved our folder inside our. Have you been able to do that? Have you been able to have our folder inside our VS Code? Let me know in the comment section. Okay, so someone said I should go over the process again. So I'll go over it again. Click on open folder. Click on open folder. Then you select wherever you save your folder. I saved mine in desktop. So I'll click on desktop. Then I have the folder. You have a lot of folders there. You have a lot of folders in your desktop. So I've created Incubator of class. Then you select Incubator of class. Don't double click. Just click on it once. Once you click on it once, then you click on select folder. Then you have it. You are going to be on the same page with me. So are we all on the same page? Please let me know in the comment section if we are all on the same page. Let me know in the comment section. Okay, so someone is saying yes, we're on the same page. All right, so I'm waiting for more people to tell me we're on the same page. Okay, good. Wow, wow, wow. This is amazing. All right. So good. Okay, all right. Hmm. All right. Okay. So now the next thing you want to do after having the folder in your VS Code, now be rest assured that where you are now working, anything you are doing is stored inside that folder. Anything you are doing is stored inside the folder. Just be rest assured that anything you are doing inside the folder. So you click on when you click on you know we have I said something earlier. I said we have new file, we have open file, we have open folder. Okay, so I said we have clone git repository, we have connect to. So the next one, when I say over, just mouse over this your what's it called? Your folder name. Mouse over it. When you mouse over it, you see four icons there. The first one is new file. The second one is new folder. And the third one is refresh Explorer. While the third one is collapse folder in Explorer. So what you want to do is what? Creating new file. So when I click on new file, so after clicking new file, I want to give the file a name. So now, one thing is very important here. When you are giving your file a name, there is something called .html extension. You know, we have our doc type, like our doc type says, we are writing an HTML document. So now, if you're writing HTML document, you have to put .html. If you remember, when you save your normal Microsoft Word, when you save the file, you used to have, like the name you gave it, you have .docx. If you remember very well, if you have .docx, if it is Excel, it should have .xlxl or something like that. XLXL. But you know what I'm talking about. When you have your normal doc file, normal document, normal Microsoft Word, it has .docx. That shows that that's the type of that document. When you're writing Excel, you have .xlxl. When you are having a CSV, you have .csv. I hope you all get that. Okay, good. So someone said I should zoom again. I've zoomed it off. We are not on the same page. Please repeat it again. Okay, please ask your question in the comment section. So if I can see and if someone can actually answer the question as well. Okay, so moving on the same page. Okay, good. So now I was explaining something. I said our HTML file has an extension called .html. That's an extension called .html. And I use an example, our normal Microsoft Word document as an example. When you have your normal Microsoft Word document, you have .docx at the back. So the same thing applies to our HTML. So what you want to do is, please let's take close attention to my screen. You click on new file, then you give the file a name. Obviously, when you create a file, you have to give the file a name. So I'll give it index.html. Please note that this .html is very important because we are writing an HTML document. That's the type of document you are writing. So you put dot, and if you look, pay close attention to this thing. If you look at the icons here, you will see this one is actually showing as a normal document. So when HTML, you can see we added our normal opening tags. If you pay close attention to it, so I'll click enter. So I've created a file, index.html. Please, I am to download on my laptop. I don't store it. Yes, you have to download on your laptop. Please, have you been able to create index.html? Let me know in the comment section. Please let me know in the comment section if you've been able to create index.html. Thank you very much, Inka, for answering the question. Thank you very much, Toluwalo, for answering that. Okay. Yes, the video is going to be available for you to rewatch. So don't stress yourself. Don't stress yourself to get everything now because you can easily watch the video later. Yesterday's video is there that you can still watch. Okay, good. So someone said they created index.html. So is it showing the same icon with mine? Please let's create the file. Let's create the file. Okay. Okay, yes, sir. You've been able to create it. Yes, sir. Yes. Okay, very good. So we've created our HTML file now. So this is actually the practical aspect. I hope you all understand this is practical aspect because a lot of people are waiting for the practical aspect. Okay, okay, good, 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 good. Okay, so now it's showing the same icon. Now that it's showing the same icon, so that means we've been able to like do something today. We've been able to achieve something today. So the first thing, I'm just going to do a recap now. At least we now have our index.html. So the first thing we discussed, let me scroll up. We discussed understanding the web and its components. We discussed HTML. We discussed CSS. We discussed JavaScript. And then we discussed how they all come in together. How they all come in together. So now that we have how they all come, yes, great, okay, good. Now that we discussed how they all come in together, we discussed how each of them, how they work. We discussed each role. We discussed HTML role, CSS role, JavaScript role. We discussed each role. We discussed each role. We discussed each role. So we discussed the editor we are going to be having. So please, if you are yet to download VS Code, please download VS Code before the next class so we can also move on. And also so it can be in the same page with like with us now. And what we did today, please get to this level of what we did today. Level of creating folder and also creating an HTML file inside that folder. Please get to this level. The video is going to be available for you to rewatch. The video is going to be available for you to rewatch. The video is going to be available for you to rewatch. The video is going to be available for you to rewatch. Okay, so somebody is asking when is the next class? The next class is going to be communicated to us. I think that should be on Thursday. That should be the next class. I think on Thursday. Okay, so someone said where can I find VS Code? I downloaded. VS Code that you want once you download it, the same you go to your search bar, you go to your search bar and then you type VS Code. VS Code. You start that's where your VS Code is going to be. The one you downloaded, like someone said, yes. Okay, great, good. Okay. So I believe we now understand the components like what we did today. I believe everyone understand what we did today. Please let me know in the comment section if yes. So please let me know in the comment section. Java is not the same with JavaScript. Java is a programming language. Yes, the video is going to be on YouTube. The video is here. So you can rewatch this video. Please let me know. Please let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section. Okay, so that means everything. Okay, for those that did not really understand, I'm very sorry. The next thing, just you can rewatch the video. Once you rewatch the video, you'll be able to get everything. We didn't really discuss anything much. Okay, some people are saying well understood. Yes. Don't worry, it's going to be the video, the material is going to be passed to you across. You get it. Ah, okay. So the video is going to be passed across to us. The video is going to be passed across to us. The video is going to be passed across to us. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Please make sure you don't just wait on HTML, index or HTML alone. Try as much as possible to create your name. Like me now, I'll create david.html. David.html. I'll create something like that. You know, I'll create something. I'll create david.html. Okay, okay, perfectly understood. Okay, okay. Yes, exactly. Okay, very good. I'm very happy that everyone will be able to get the whole thing now. All right. So I don't know. I'm very sure nobody has any questions for now. JavaScript, I understand. Very good. So I guess we are going to be meeting on Thursday. We will be meeting on Thursday. Yes. You have to go through it. You have to go through it again. You have to go through it again. You have to go through it again. Exactly. You have to go through it again. Exactly. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So we said PHP is a programming language. 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 Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm going to see you guys on Thursday. I'll see you guys on Thursday. All right. I'll stop sharing my screen. Okay.
I've ever looked at a stunning web.
The world of technology is constantly evolving, which means there's always an opportunity to learn and grow.
My name is Oyebode Esther. I studied religious studies at.
All right, everyone. Good evening. Please, I will just a silent reminder that you are to fill your attendance. Ensure that you fill your attendance before you sign out. Also, you can watch the session again just in case you check in late. But best option, everyone, please ensure that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel so that you can get notified ahead of time for the class. For those asking questions that are related to schedule of the class, please note that it has been shared to you on your Telegram and your email. So make sure you join the Telegram pages via your email, and please follow up and keep an eye on your email as often as possible. Once again, thank you for joining the class tonight. Please join us again through your schedule that was shared. You will see the time that you're coming up for the next class. Do have an amazing time. Thank you.
The world of technology is constantly evolving, which means there's always an opportunity to learn and grow.
My name is Oyebode Esther. I studied religious studies at the University of Ibadan.
My name is Ifeoluwa. I studied cell biology and genetics in the University of Lagos, after which I got a job working in the bank.
My name is Regina Taiwo. You wouldn't believe I studied architecture in school.
I knew there was more, so I decided to take a leap. Currently, I am a product designer and a product manager.
I'm currently a motion graphics designer.
Presently, I am a data scientist and an AWS cloud engineer.
I understand that being a lady is not a disadvantage, so I embrace tech.
And I am thriving as a Texas.
And I am thriving
As a Texas.
Now I can say I'm a thriving Texas.
Are you ready to break new grounds and join the world of tech? The Ladies in Tech Africa initiative is a commemorative bootcamp in honor of our visionary, Pastor Mrs. Folú Adeboye, as we join her in thanking God for her 76th birthday celebration. This program is designed to help you make your career shift a reality. Registration is open and you can register via the link on your screen right now.